Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft every day. Today I'm jumping into what I think will be my second last draft of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, probably. Tomorrow I'm going to do another draft, and then this may actually be my last draft now that I think about it, because depending on when I record my Friday video, I might already be jumping into the Arena Direct. But basically after this, we're going to go into Arena Direct prep, and then after that, it's going to be the actual Arena Direct. I'm going to do as many runs of the Win-A-Box Challenge as I possibly can. Dawn and Leo, I got to play this card once. I'm certain that this card has potential. But the thing is, it really kind of got stuck in my hand. And so basically, this card flickers an artifact and flickers a creature. It's really a pretty sweet build around. But the thing is, it got stuck in my hand and I kept just having better things to play. But I don't think I'm supposed to hold that against this card. So I'm gonna take Dawn and Leo Problem Solvers, and then I'm inclined to just take a strong black removal spell. Is that so wrong? Like, Westwind Avatar is kind of sweet, but it costs 7. There are some strong commons. Leonardo is good. Squirrelinoids is good. Mouser Foundry, Frog Butler. These are all pretty good cards. But I kind of just want to take Dawn and Leo. The issue with taking these two cards is they maybe don't go in the same deck, but now that I say that, they could just go in a black-white sneak deck together. So, all right, yeah. Oh my goodness, we're getting past Kitsune. This card is absolutely out of control. When it enters, that's the important part. You exchange control of 2 different creatures. So the dream here is to have a Mouser Foundry 1/1 token, or I don't know, a Featherbrain Filcher, and switch control of them. So now I'm definitely leaning in the blue direction. Because this might be my last draft, I'll have to see how it goes. It's either my last or my second last. I'm definitely interested in coloring a little bit outside the boundaries, but I don't want to go too far because I am still trying to prep for the Arena Direct. So we have a choice here. We could take Spicy Oatmeal Pizza, which is a totally sweet one with Dawn and Leo. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to be flickering Spicy Oatmeal Pizzas, burning myself and burning the opponent's stuff. I think I just want to take that and kind of lean a little bit blue-red artifacts. But I could also just build a Grixis control deck and see how that goes, to be honest. Okay, now we're getting Frog Butlers. I mean, it's very possible that I lean towards like green-blue, some kind of green-blue splashing situation. Venus, I really don't know what to think about this card. I mean, it's a 5/5 for 5 with no enters effect, but if you already have a creature that has a counter on it, you could play it as a 5/5 for 6, attack, pay the blue, and kind of get, you know, a really good reimbursement. So I want to try this card a little bit more. I think I am inclined to sort of lean towards green here. Another thing is you don't want to just assume that you're going to get into blue-red artifacts. So I like the idea of picking up a little bit of splashing power here so that I am more likely to be able to afford all of these, you know, blue and white pips that I have going on. Here, I think I really want to take maybe Rocksteady is actually kind of a good one. Okay, I want the Mouser Foundry because it goes so awesome with the other ones, like Dawn and Leo and Kitsune. And then maybe I take Rocksteady because it can help me forest cycle, right? Forest cycling could be useful. Here, I'm very inclined to take Dimension X. It's a red land that also can help me pay for Dawn and Leo's white pips. And then I think I want the Omni Cheese Pizza. Flickering Omni Cheese Pizza with Dawn and Leo. What's better than flickering Mouser Foundry with Dawn and Leo? Flickering Omni Cheese Pizza. Yes, absolutely. All right. And now I'll take it Ice Cream Kitty. I don't think I'm taking Negate here. I do want to take it kind of seriously, but there's no other good card, so maybe I'll just cut blue a little bit. Not that anyone's going into blue because of Negate. People were taking a bunch of dual lands there. I do want to keep that in mind. But now I'm basically leaning some kind of teamer awesomeness, which is where I'm always leaning if we're being honest. Okay, so Leonardo's cool and everything. I definitely want to take a Turtle Van. I mean, it's like a perfectly fine card, but it's for a white aggressive deck, which is not my lane at all. I really want fixing and cards that synergize with my bombs and 2-drops. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So Turtle Van is really good because it just keeps me alive and, you know, alive and kicking. I kind of want Donatello's Technique. I don't want to do too much silly messing around though. And I don't know that I have that many enters effects to make Donatello's Technique that good. Tainted Treats. I could take Tainted Treats and try to really lean into splashing, but I don't even have any of the splashing yet. So do I just take Omni Cheese Pizza? And the idea is it's so good with Donatello. I mean, kind of just want to take a 2-drop. Okay, I'm definitely going for it in this draft. This is some serious messing around. I mean, Splinter is also awesome, but we're not in that lane. I don't know. I'm going to maybe try to wheel the Omni Cheese Pizza and take the draw spell. I haven't gotten to play with Donatello's technique at all yet, and I think it's such a good card. Here, I'm very inclined to just take Buzzbots and Donatello. If we can basically make this like a pretty standard green-blue deck with some artifacts, splashing a little bit for red. I mean, I don't even know if I'm splashing for red, if we're being honest. Like, look, I'm not splashing Zog. And the Oatmeal Pizza plus Mouser Foundry, that doesn't really do much for me. So maybe I'm mostly a green-blue deck. Would I rather have the Ragamuffin Raptor? Can bring back Omni Cheese Pizza. That's not so great. I mean, I'm going to maybe try to wheel one card in either Primordial Pachyderm or Ragamuffin Raptor. Let's just take Donatello because I do think I can support it. Okay, now we're getting a bunch of good white. I mean, double Uneasy Alliance. Could I actually be Bant? Green, blue, white? That's very possible, right? I mean, I do have this Dimension X. I do have this Dimension X, but I kind of want the Omni Cheese Pizza. Maybe I'll just take the Dimension X and the Omni Cheese Pizza. Or Ice Cream Kitty, maybe. I guess Slithering Cryptid is good with my Venus as well. And it also goes well with Donatello. I don't think it's a good card, though. Yeah, I'm not so convinced about that. I think maybe I did the wrong thing. But look at this. Look at what we just got. When you cast an artifact to make a 1/1, creatures you control gain haste. Okay. All right. This is kind of sweet. I do want to take the Ravenous Robots. It goes really well with Kitsune. I'm wondering if maybe I'm just not actually playing green. Maybe I take General Trag. Wow, this is a tough draft. Maybe I take General Trag. Wow, Tainted Treats as well. The thing is, we're really not seeing the splashing that I want to see. So I would say all of this throws green into question. I'm going to take the Omni Cheese Pizza here and the Null Group. And yeah, maybe I'm not playing green. Really interesting draft. Why did it give me this Tainted Treats? I tried to take an Omni Cheese Pizza and I got it. And I also got the Null Group. So what the heck just happened? Did I get 3 cards out of that pack? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on here? It's not letting me pick 2 cards? I'm in pick 2 draft mode, right? Man, this draft mode has been so buggy for me. I'm telling you, it has been so buggy for me. Okay, well, at least it didn't kick me out of the draft, right? Okay. So now I do want Donatello away with machines. I'm actually wondering, and this got chaotic, but pretty fun. Okay, so it did not give me 3 cards. It just tried to give me 3 cards and then desynchronized. Okay, our only pulls into green are Frog Butler, Venus, and Rocksteady. So I think I'm just not playing green. Let's take Donatello, and we didn't even wheel Primordial Pachyderm or the 4/3 that brings back a card from your graveyard. So I kind of want to take Donatello. I definitely want to take Donatello. And then maybe a card that helps me splash into white. A black-white land, is that useful? No, I think I'm just going to take Retro Mutation. I don't like this card, but right now I'm definitely low on removal and low on 2-drops. So I really want ways of surviving into the late game. So I think I will take the Retro Mutation. I don't want Ray Fillet. I'm not even in green-blue as far as I can tell. So let's speculate on that Retro Mutation. Definitely take the General Trag. Okay, but look at this. Now there's a Lessons from Life in here. Do I speculate on Lessons from Life? I mean, definitely I'm taking this General Trag. I kind of want to speculate on it because I can wheel these Mousers, right? If I can't wheel these Mousers, then everything is wrong. Then I am so in the wrong lane, it's not even funny. So let's take the Lessons from Life, and I'm really going to prioritize ways of splashing into green now. Okay, Courier of Comestibles. Well, getting the TCRJ building makes me kind of happy. So what if actually I am playing green as a main color with this Frog Butler, the Venus potentially? I think I'm just going to take nobody. So basically green is open from the right, but not at all open from the left is what's going on here. But I'm very happy to take the Mechanized Punks. Old Hob, make it 2/2, it gains haste and destroy. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Broadcast Takeover. Yeah, I had someone play that against me and actually beat me with it early in the format. That was unfortunate. But I like the Purple Dragon Punks here because it helps accelerate me into General Trag, and Mechanized Ninja Cavalry, absolutely, I'm into. So, okay. So basically, all this green was kind of a diversion. We end up wheeling 1 Mouser. I think I can probably play that. I'm not going to play this EPF point squad. Maybe I'll just sideboard this headquarters. So we end up, and then we did wheel the 2 Mousers. Okay, well, at least that's reassuring, right? So we basically ended up in a super messy roundabout way, landing in blue-red. I had a lot of diversions there, but hopefully this blue-red deck holds up to scrutiny. I think I have some pretty sweet synergies. I can do things like flickering Donatello off of Don and Leo, that kind of stuff. But it took me long enough to get there that I definitely wasted a lot of picks, right? Basically, someone at the table was definitely doing some kind of many colors splashing around nonsense. So we saw essentially no copies of dual lands. I really don't know if I want to play all of these Mousers. I think they're probably a very disappointing draw, but I do like the whole artifact synergy-ness of it all. So are they better than Null Group is the question. I mean, my deck is very defensive, right? So maybe I don't mind the Mousers, even though I know they're hardly nature's best Magic card. And Slither Encrypted also is looking pretty bad. So maybe I cut the Cryptid for a Null Group, and then maybe I play another Null Group over the second Mouser. And now I'm short a card somehow. So maybe then I do end up playing the Slither Encrypted over Mouser number 2. I don't know. I kind of like the synergy of having another artifact. And this deck is just kind of fast, so I think that's probably good. And basically the point of the deck is to use Null Group, Donatello's Technique, Omni Cheese Pizzas, and so on to hit my 5 drops and 6 drops and then win off of those. So yeah, not my absolute best work. The Turtle Van as well, but I have like 4 win cons, a decent curve, and reasonable synergy, more than 0 synergy. But if this is a flaming disaster, then so be it. All right, can I possibly keep this hand? It's so slow. It's so slow. And it's missing a land, but between Omni Cheese, it's missing a color, but between Omni Cheese Pizza and Retro Mutation, and I can actually play Turtle Van, and then I have a goal of Kitsune, kind of want to just keep it. Let's try it. Hopefully they're not the most aggressive deck ever. Yeah, so my plan over the next few days, okay, Mouser is a nice one. My plan over the next few days is basically I am going to do this draft, then probably one more draft. There we go, never punished, never punished. Do this draft and then one more draft. And then I think Friday, what I'm gonna do is probably do an analysis, either do a sealed run or do an analysis of what works in sealed in this format. This guy doesn't have haste or anything. Yeah, okay. This is a robot, not a mutant ninja or turtle, but that's fine. Do an analysis of like sealed, just like look at past sealed events and see what I can see, taking some lessons into the Arena Direct. And then on the weekend, I'm just going to do a bunch of runs of the Arena Direct. The thing is, I sometimes want to try to do a run on Friday and post that as my video, but the timing gets really tight, especially because the last few times they've actually pushed it back a little bit. Oh, heck yes. Time to go off. Okay. They've actually pushed it back a little bit. Like it used to start 11 a.m. ET. And then there was one day when they just like push it back and back and back until it was like starting at like 4 p.m. ET, which is later than I post my videos. I try to post at 2 p.m. ET every day. And by the way, I'm getting more kind of reliable and strict about that. So I could attack with the Turtle Van. The problem is I don't really want to trade it for a Slither Encrypted, so I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, okay. Let's see, they're gonna bite spell my Ravenous Robots. Anyways, if that does sound appealing to you, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I post a new draft video every day. I try to focus on having a lot of fun, but also getting better every single day. And I play as many of these competitive events as I can. Whenever they have like a win-a-box event or something, I try to do at least one run per day that it's up. And you can subscribe really easily. You just have to expand the description below, and there's a link right at the top of it. Take you straight to a subscribe button. Okay, so unfortunate that they killed my Ravenous Robots, but they went I kind of 2 for 1 to them because I got a free 1/1 out of the deal. Pizza Face is like ridiculously good. This is a ridiculously good card. So what I'm going to do here is something very simple. I kind of want that Pizza Face. I just need another land to do it. And they can easily make a permanent leave the battlefield though. So maybe I don't want that pizza face. Let's just get rid of the pizza face. I mean, okay, maybe I'll actually just play the Omni Cheese Pizza because it doesn't limit my options and it tells me if I'm going to get a land. Okay, so I could actually play Kitsune and get this pizza face next turn. So now I kind of want to spend Retro Mutation on something else. What if I just start basically just trying to make my stuff big? So I'm gonna, whoops, no. I'm gonna go in with the Turtle Van. They're gonna double block. And then I will Retro Mutation the Tunnel Rats and kill the Slithering Cryptid. Actually, no, that doesn't, okay, it doesn't matter which one I Retro Mutation, right? I guess I'll just Retro Mutation the bigger one. It doesn't really matter. So basically, I'm spending my removal spell here. Maybe not in the most incredibly wise way, but simply because now, next turn, I get to play Kitsune and give them a 1/1 in exchange for their pizza face. And then I can attack with my Mouser. I'm really just kind of going off on them at that point, I think. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, they still have 3 cards left. They could have the green-black board wipe for all I know. I mean, but they're probably going to spend this turn making a 3/3. And maybe doing something else, but I assume they're turning their Mutagen token into a 3/3. They don't have double black for the double black removal. I'm not sure what else is going on here. Like, I'm not sure why they didn't do anything else with their mana. I don't know if that means they don't have anything or if it's more about... Now, do I do this post-combat? No, I do it before combat because then I can attack with Turtle Van. No, I'm still not able to attack with Turtle Van, actually. Interesting. Yeah, or if it's more about them having instant speed removal or interaction. Okay, I need to think for a second. Okay, I think what I want to do is I'm going to play the Kitsune pre-combat. They can't counter it. I will choose to give you a 1/1 in exchange for Pizza Face. Actually, can I do that with the ability on the stack? Oh, I actually screwed up. First, I was supposed to crew my Turtle Van, so I'm going into full control. Because before the exchange happens... No, I don't really want to crew my Turtle Van because I kind of want the counter on Kitsune, don't I? More than I want to untap 6/6 that there's no possible world in which I'm going to block them. So never mind, I don't need to be in full control. Because I don't really care if I tap down the 1/1. Because the benefit of Turtle Van attacking is not dealing 4 damage to them when they're at 24. The benefit... Okay, so did it leave the battlefield? No. The benefit is getting to put a counter on something. Now the question is, do I even attack with Turtle Van though? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to straight up just attack with the Mouser. The reason that this is good is... Okay. Interesting. Do they see that I'm going to attack with the Mouser? The reason that's good is because then I get to actually put a counter on something because the Mouser would leave the battlefield. So they saw it. Good for them. Why don't I crew this up just to keep my options open? Oh, they chose to untap it. That's so funny. That's so funny because I can tap it with the Mouser with this on the stack. It ends up untapping. What a weird interaction. What a weird interaction. But I'm not going to attack with the Turtle Van. I don't really want that trade. Because imagine if they board wipe here, then I really want to have my Turtle Van. Allowing them to trade it off and then play the Mythic board wipe would be definitely one way that I can lose this game. Okay, it is Anchovy and Banana Pizza. I somehow intuited that they had that option. Okay, I'll definitely crew this guy up as a blocker. All right, you anchovied me. That's so funny that after they target this, you can crew and then it actually untaps it when the trigger resolves. That's so, so funny. All right, what do I do here? So this costs 10 to gain 15 life. No, that doesn't sound very useful. I think I just keep attacking. I don't know. Well, look at this. They actually have nothing left. So now I think it's okay to trade off Turtle Van. Because then I can just kind of go nutty. I'm going to make it 3/3, then I have a 2/3 and a 2/3 in the air. So yeah, in with both, put a counter on the pizza face, make it a little bit bigger. A lot bigger because it's a mutant, I mean. Yeah, okay, so you can trade with Turtle Van. But now I think we're looking pretty good. I think I'm okay with that trade. Rest in peace, Turtle Van. Gonna pay Donatello first. If you rip the Mythic board wipe off the top, then joke's on me. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just spit out my hand, and now we have such a massive board presence. I'm feeling pretty good. 4, 5, 6. And then do I actually play the land to try to accelerate up to 10? I don't think so. I don't think I'm in a rush to pop this pizza face and gain 15. 15 life is a lot, though. I remember back in Theros draft, that's how old I am. I played Theros draft, and I remember there was this like absolute beater in that format that was like a creature enchantment that has you gaining like 13 life or something. And that was like the best common in the format. People thought it was before like win rate data, so nobody really knew. But it seemed pretty darn good. All right, in with these guys. Now it's possible that I just sack the Omni Cheese Pizza to get some more counters here. But I don't think so. Actually, yeah, maybe. So I can put 3 counters on an artifact or a creature. Yeah, let's just do the disappear ability. I think that's probably for the best. I just really want to be pushing damage. And then maybe I'll put this on like the other Mouser rather than on Donatello or anything. I think just making sure that I can continue to get attacks is probably a good move. Although making Donatello a 3-turn clock would be kind of nice also. 2-turn if I can sneak in 1 extra damage any other way. Lessons from life, okay. It's not the Mythic board wipe yet. And they cannot cast the Mythic board wipe this turn. I wonder if they found another Anchovy and Banana Pizza, judging just by how they tapped. They could also have drawn the 4-drop that costs 2 green. Note that they did tap Mutant Town. Okay. All right. They didn't have the green-black Mythic board wipe. Strongly wondering if they did have it in their deck. Okay, so my deck, you know, it definitely has the power. It has some synergy. It also has some clunkers. If I can get another win with this deck, I think I'll be happy. Just one more win. That's all I ask. That is all I ask. On to the next game for sure. All right, easy keep. I think I'm not going to lead with Ravenous Robots. I'd like to double spell with that one. So I'll start with the Mouser Mark II. And hopefully find another mountain with which to play nobody on turn 3. But if not, I think that's okay still. All right, well, I'm not falling too far behind because I do have a spicy oatmeal pizza. And if I can find another land in the next 2 draws, then I do get to play Donatello, which is always nice. Down comes a Slither Encrypted. So actually, I think... Oh, nobody can be played off of either cost, of course. Okay, so I think then I will play the nobody. Because I really like the idea of hitting my 4th land next turn, and then I can either play Donatello or play Ravenous Robots plus Omni Cheese Pizza. I'm really not feeling motivated to spicy oatmeal pizza a random 2-3. That doesn't sound like a good use of my mana. If they do invest the mutagen token on the 2-3, then I might do it. And I probably will do it. I really want to hit General Trag. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I should have done it. They get to pick off a nobody here for free. This card is so good, Novel Nunchaku. They still can't really attack me, though, because I would just snap block the Cryptid. Okay, play this. Maybe now that they've spent that removal spell, I'll just go ahead and drop Ravenous Robots plus Omni Cheese Pizza, because it gets me a 1/1 and draws a card. A little bit less on the stats, but having the Ravenous Robots down right after they just spent their removal spell sounds good. And still can't play General Trag, unfortunately. Oh no, this one can filter. This is the filter ability. Tenderize, so they have another removal. One huge complaint that I have about this set, there's just too much removal. It's actually really annoying. It's actually like kind of starting to get on my nerves. The amount of just like 1-for-1 removal that you just have to accept whenever you play this set. The games kind of go endlessly because of it. Now this Slither Encrypted cannot be Spicy Oatmeal Pizza and it cannot be General Tragged. So maybe that's a lesson for the Arena Direct. Just invest your removal because there's against green creatures, because it would just be a completely empty board here and they would be stuck with Tenderize and Novel Nunchaku in their hand. But as is, I've blanked my General Trag and I've blanked my Spicy Oatmeal Pizza, because between the Mutagen token and the Novel Nunchaku, they gave it +2 toughness, which is really annoying. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this, see what I draw. I actually don't have a removal spell for Slither Encrypted anymore. I have to kill it in combat. Isn't that ridiculous? And Arena just tapped wrong for me. This game is suddenly took a turn for the worse. All right, I'm going to represent... Oh, I can sneak this out if I want to, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, so I have to kill this guy in combat. It's obviously not a disaster. But really, I want to sneak Donatello and get an extra draw out of that, right? Wow, I mean, this is just horrible. This is just horrible. They decided not to trade it for Donatello. I mean, now I have to General Trag and Spicy Oatmeal Pizza in the same turn. Okay, so I think I have a nice move here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with Donatello. I assume they'll block because they're not going to be reading Sneak here. So now I get to trade Donatello for the Rocksteady. If they had not blocked, I would get to Sneak Donatello and recast it and draw 3. So I think this was a nice little move. So I'm going to go to damage, put this guy first, deal 3 to it, and then I will play General Trag, and I will sack the Omni Cheese Pizza. And I will deal 4 to Rocksteady. And now the dream is to somehow loop General Trag from Donatello's technique. That would be awesome. But I doubt I'm really going to get to block there. I'll just take the damage. That's probably okay. It's not amazing, but that's probably okay for me. Yeah, let's try looping General Trag, I think. Okay, Sewer Valence Cam. All right, sure. Do I bounce my Mouser and recast it? Yeah, because that costs the same amount as just hard casting Donatello's technique. And I definitely do want to cast Donatello's technique this turn. I just have too little right now. Whoa. Okay, that's not what we're looking for at all, obviously. All right, down comes a Mouser. Then they can pop their Sewer Valence Cam to tap my stuff down. I'm just losing to a 4/5 Slytherin Cryptid? Are you kidding me? This is just ridiculous. They're going to tap my 1/1 so that I can't chump block. Okay. Oh no, it has trample as well. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is a joke. Like, this Slytherin Cryptid killing me just because my hand is full of removal. All of my removal does exactly 4 damage. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And now you get your Donatello and Leo. Awesome. And you can flicker this and fight stuff. Very frustrating game. So, okay, I mean, the lesson is kill the Slytherin Cryptid because green just has ways of pumping things beyond 4 mana, beyond 4 toughness. We had every opportunity to win that game. Every opportunity to win that game. Omni Cheese Pizza. Now they just get to flicker a Novel Nunchaku every turn, and I can't even draw a non-land. I mean, I'm not going to sit here while they flicker Novel Nunchaku on me over and over. I just, like, can only draw lands, and yeah, too bad. Too bad. Pretty frustrating game. But I guess I learned something from it. Just kill the Slytherin Cryptid, because they could just have 2 bite spells in their hand and push its toughness past where the 4 damage red removal can hit. So, lesson learned, and we'll be going into the Arena Direct with that knowledge. Unfortunately, if I'd played my cards in a slightly different order, it would have been a very winnable game. However, that 4/6 for 5 is really hard for me to kill. Okay, this is the other thing that's happening to me, which I like, actually. Like, it's cool. It's cool to be playing against people in the top 400 Mythic every draft, because I am getting an opportunity to learn before the Arena Direct. And, like, see what kind of synergies and plans they're drafting around. And it's an opportunity to up my MMR, my matchmaking rank, by a good amount if I do win. But I'm also kind of getting farmed. I will say, just beware right now. If you log into these best of 3 queues, okay, so this is kind of, or not best of 3, I always say best of 3, pick 2 queues. Half of it is just people who I think spend all day drafting pick 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and are literally in the top, like, 400 Mythic players. This is my 4th match against a top 400 Mythic player in 3 drafts. And that's maybe like 6 or 7 games total. So, these queues are just packed with people in the top 400 Mythic right now. So definitely something to be aware of. You can just get, like, matched against them over and over and over again if you do it right now. So I kind of want to save this nobody to bounce the Omni Cheese Pizza, but I'm going to have way better things to do on turn 5. And the fact that I have Don and Leo lets me dream that someday I'll get to do that. Donatello is, like, actually a good draw, right? And I do have the 2 blue I need to play Don and Leo. With Don and Leo, I want to be flickering Omni Cheese Pizzas and Spicy Oatmeal Pizzas. I really want to not die quickly here, but I think I can't just be so chicken that I'm just not attacking at all. So next turn, okay, you can tap that down, attack for a little bit. next turn, I'm probably just going to play Donatello. Although playing the spicy oatmeal pizza is pretty cool too. Basically, the idea is if I'm flickering things next turn, what do I most want to be flickering? I think playing Omni Cheese Pizza is just too little. A little too little. But I love the idea of playing Donatello, and then I can flicker these two to make Donatello have a bunch more power. Power and toughness. Do I attack? I don't really want to attack. It's holding back more damage than it's dealing, and I feel like I have power on my side, so... All right, folks, and then we hit Kitsune. That's what I'm talking about. In comes Don and Leo. This is at the beginning of my end step. So maybe I do just attack with Donatello. It's going to get really big in the air soon. All right, go to my end step. I'm going to flicker an artifact, and I'm going to flicker a creature. Oh, yeah. We are going off. 2+1/+1 counters. I'm not going to bounce anything, and I get to scry. This is how I built my deck. All right, and I get Kitsune, so I can give them a 2/3 in exchange for something if they play something good here. Okay, folks, this is how I like to play Magic. Okay, Donatello Turtle Techie. Okay, we're kind of going off. So I can play Kitsune, and I can give them multiple things. So, okay, we have to think for a moment here. I think I'm actually going to go with the spicy oatmeal pizza. Hitting Donatello, keeping Kitsune back. Put a counter. Zap the Donatello. I do take some damage. Resolve. Then I will go ahead and play an... well, yeah, I'd better do that before combat. So play the Omni Cheese Pizza. Put a counter, draw card. Turtle Van's kind of a nice one. In with Donatello, and that's kind of all I want to attack with. This guy actually has Vigilance. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you actually can't kill it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does let them chump with Buzzbots, but... yeah, I think I'll just go into these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just making sure I'm counting correctly. All right. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, I was thinking that they're going to chump with the Buzzbots. And then I'm going to go ahead and flicker the Omni Cheese Pizza and the Nobody, probably. I think that sounds better than flickering my spicy oatmeal pizza when I'm at a reasonably low life total here. 2 counters come in. I think Nobody can maybe bounce the spicy oatmeal pizza in case they play something good. And then General Trag's a nice one. Yeah, I would like to flicker that one. All right, our deck is pretty sweet. Let's see what they've got. I mean, Mouser Foundry can deal to target creature. All right. So they're going to kill Don and Leo. Bounce it to the top. Okay, well, I'll definitely put that on top of my library. I will definitely put that on top. And then kind of want to... let's see. I kind of want to just play Kitsune, honestly, but... let's see if I can do 1, 2. I'm checking if I can win 1, 2 counters on Donatello. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen, is it? So do I just give them a Mouser Mark III? They have no creature that I want from Kitsune is the problem. So maybe I play General Trag. I think actually maybe it's better to play Mouser Foundry. And hold up, what though? It's like a Grandmaster Ben Feingold. Who plays cards online, who plays chess online, has this saying: when he's in a really good position in chess, every move wins. So what they're going to do here is they're holding up Surveillance Cam, I think. And so it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm in that situation. Highly recommend Ben Feingold, by the way. Look him up on Twitch. I don't want to say I'm in that situation because they're about to Surveillance Cam me. But it does feel hard to choose when you're in this kind of a spot exactly what you're supposed to do, because it's like I have a lot of stuff and it all feels kind of equally winning. Okay, what have you got? A 7-4 and you draw a bunch of cards. Well, if anything's going to turn it around, that's definitely it. And they have to keep up their Surveillance Cam to be able to tap Donatello. Having said it, unless they have cancel, which I don't think they can afford right now, I get to play Kitsune. Actually, no, I can just play my spicy oatmeal pizza, killing Krang. I could have played Kitsune and exchange for Krang, but I kind of just want to kill the Krang. So resolve that. Now they have to crack the oatmeal pizza, I believe. I mean the sewer valence cam, not the oatmeal pizza. So they're not going to let me pass to attackers. All right, sure. Tapping Donatello. Then I definitely just attack with the team. I wonder if I could have won faster or, you know, on an earlier turn. I'm not presuming that I'm going to win. So they'll probably just chump General Trang. Oh, really? Interesting. So they're going for a value play. I wonder what they could have here. I'll probably just play the Turtle Van because can always attack. Can I possibly take 1,000,000 damage here? Maybe I actually do just play Mouser Foundry. Maybe this is playing scared. I'm a little concerned about like a big haste creature, I guess. That's kind of how I might lose. And Mouser Foundry is nice because if the creature survives, then I get to Kitsune with it next turn. I mean, they did a good job of keeping me off of Don and Leo and Kitsune here. All right, we got there. All right, we beat Mythic Player 369. I don't want to like... I want to keep my grumpiness in perspective. Like, I don't want to sound grouchy about being matched against high-ranked Mythic players. It's actually exciting for me. It feels really nice. I've been never quite that high, but in the top 500 Mythic, certainly. And so it's kind of nice to like have those opportunities to like show, you know, to learn from players who are playing at that level and just consistently winning over and over and over again in the best of one queues. And also to kind of, you know, feel like, okay, I can win games at that level. When I, you know, climb my way back to Mythic, I you know, have what it takes to like whatever fight up there. But I do think it's important to note, if you have a good MMR and a good win rate right now, you are getting matched over and over again against those players. So just keep that in mind. Like that's what the pick 2 queues are like right now. The other thing to say about that though is like, I'm very keenly aware of the other side where if you watch some of my earlier videos, definitely a bunch of the people I was playing against were a lot newer to draft. Probably just play the Mouser to just get more stats than my opponent. And so like they could have exactly the same, you know, experience playing against me as like I'm kind of reporting the best of one queues are for me right now, where I'm like, I'm kind of getting farmed because I'm not doing like multiple drafts a day. I do one draft a day. But if you're maintaining a top 500 Mythic rank, you're probably often doing like several different drafts a day. I think I will just block. The thing is, like, from their perspective, maybe they're offering the trade partly because it shuts down my Mouser Mark III, but I have a Mouser Foundry in my hand, so it doesn't really shut it down at all because I'm about to get 2 different artifacts. Oh, more than 2 artifacts. More than 2 artifacts. So I have to do this before combat. I wonder if they have a sewer valence cam. I get a cast trigger because they don't get priority to remove Ravenous Robots. Return to the sewers? Oh, that can go straight to the bottom. Interesting. They'd rather do that on the 2/3. I guess that just means that they have removal, like hard removal for the Ravenous Robots. That makes sense. I guess I feel like they're getting aggroed out here, which is kind of true because I'm about to play Zog. The only thing about Zog is I wish it had haste. I always kind of think that it does have haste. So it can't be blocked if you played an artifact and counter a spell. Yeah, I don't think that's a very good card. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and play this, whatever, make Buzzbots unable to block. And in with my 1/1s. Sure. Yeah, they're playing very defensively, which worries me a little. It kind of suggests they're about to play like Kitsune or something. Whoa. Well, I might as well block because they could sneak. They don't have a 3 damage thing face up. And they could always just block this, right? And General Trag could have killed me anyways, so. Okay, so now I can Mouser Foundry the General Trag. Oh my goodness, I don't want to draw any more lands, please. Thank you. But yeah, always nice to play tough Magic against tough opponents. Always happy to do that. All right, then we're going to go Omni Cheese Pizza. Everything pizza! Oh man, my opponent's a total gamer. Okay. My opponent was a secret gamer. Okay, I highly doubt I can win this. I mean, they have to get a creature to put the counters on for it to be really good. But look, they have so many turns to do it. I'm definitely going to play the Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. So the idea is, if they land a creature now, I'm going to general trag it in a heartbeat. Oh, Donatello, that's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now they can pop the everything pizza, but they really need a they need a target for the counters to make it like amazingly good. Wow, this is just so many lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 6, 7, 8, 9 lands, but I also got this and another one that's on the bottom, so almost even on lands and creatures, which is not really where you want to be, but okay, that's fine. That's how that goes. All right, so I'm gonna sack this and hit the Donatello and crack in for a bunch. If I'm them, I might just pop the everything pizza to kill General Trag here because they are kind of behind. I'm keeping this island in my hand to give them the impression that they might. Okay, yeah, and then the Fugitive Joy becomes a 4/4. Sure, to give them the impression that I have something to discard, but it's actually nothing. All right, so they got a 4/4 and a card out of that, basically. So it could have been a lot worse for me. A 4/4 killed a card. Yeah, they got a 4/4 and 1 card, essentially. Now, the question is, do I actually just attack with everything? So that's worth 3, 4, 5, 6 damage total. That's not good enough. That's just not good enough. That's just not good enough because they're at 15. The problem is I was the aggressor for the longest time, but I just didn't decrease their life total at all. Okay, that's GG. That's GG. I'll let them go off and do their thing, but that's GG. It's a sweet deck. I wish I was playing that deck. Basically, this is the deck that I tried to draft with all the splashing around that I was attempting to do. Okay, I can actually kill it. That was an amazing top deck. Oh, no, you can sacrifice the Fugitive Droid. No, you can't. You could have sacrificed your Fugitive Droid, couldn't you? No, because it's an ability. You can't target an ability. Okay, we're still in this game just barely. But yeah, this is a deck I was trying to build with my teamer version. The problem is I never saw everything pizza and I didn't see a lot of the splashing. I think someone else was in that lane. I'll definitely just block this, right? Deny them counterplay, essentially. If they're going to bring back an artifact from the graveyard, oh, Rat King, then it would be the everything pizza. But hold on. And you have a Kitsune? Well, they're not going to activate it. Okay, can I get a Kitsune, please? What if I could get a Kitsune, get their Kitsune? Okay, wait, really? Oh, they have to target them, but they didn't actually want to bring it back. Yeah, I can never have fun. No, I mean, I had really good draws this game between the 2 general trags and stuff. But I very much feel like, so they should have gotten a, oh, when it deals combat damage, you would get to, yeah, whatever. I'm just not going to take the 6. I probably should have played my 2/2. I just feel that, I feel like I'm kind of reaching my limit on the Ninja Turtles pick 2 train. I've had more fun than I expected with this draft, for sure, with this set. For sure, I've had a lot more fun than I expected. But I would say the bomminess of the format, like my deck is all just like build around 2 bombs, basically. I guess I could have blocked with my Turtle Van, but I don't really want to. I don't know what concretely I'm scared of. Okay, here's my Kitsune. But it's like the battle of the bombs game after game after game. It's like such a silly situation. But okay, I mean, this is really good, right? So I'm probably going to... Now, if a permanent left the battlefield, you make a 1/1, and you get to put a counter on the Rat King. You can... Okay, so I might as well just take their Kitsune and sacrifice it, right? And I'd rather sacrifice their Kitsune, even though they could potentially bring it back from the graveyard, because they could have returned something to its owner's hand and get back their Kitsune. So I'm going to give you a 1/1. Oh, yeah, and this time I definitely want to crew with the thing on the stack. So I'm going to give you a 1/1 for your Kitsune. And then with this on the stack, I'm going to crew out my Turtle Van with the 1/1. No, I still don't know if I... Yeah, I still don't actually want to do that. I'm just going to let it resolve. I will exchange that control, and then I want to keep the one that belongs to me. Okay. Then I'm going to probably play the Purple Dragon Punks and crew up with that. No, let's crew up with the my Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. I highly doubt that they want to trade here. So in with this guy, making a 2/2 seems good. Oh, a 3/3 because it's a ninja. Yeah, this format kind of feels like a format that has jumped the shark, doesn't it? I mean, look at this. But hey, this is fun, engaging Magic. This is fair, fun, engaging Magic. Oh, okay. Create a mutagen token for each counter on it. Okay, wait, when a creature leaves the battlefield, and you can exile a card to make a mutagen token. Okay, so they're gonna start exiling stuff from my graveyard. They don't get to play things from my graveyard. They do get a bunch of 1/1s though, don't they? That's the unfortunate thing, is they do get a bunch of 1/1s. Okay, I can resolve this. If they attack me, I might just take it, honestly. Okay. You make a 1/1, and then you can sack 3 rats to bring a creature. So you can bring back your Kitsune if you get 3 rats. Which you can do now. Oh, I didn't read that carefully enough. I did not read that carefully enough. No! No way. I was playing around to return something to the battlefield, but that was a huge mistake because they can just bring back their Kitsune. I really needed to sacrifice my Kitsune. My bad, everybody. Oh, I actually threw this game completely, didn't I? Well, it comes back tapped. What am I most afraid of them grabbing from me? What if I just attack with everything? They're going to block with 3 rats, sack 3 rats, bring back a Kitsune, and gain control of something. So I really want to have all of my creatures tapped. It does let them gain control of Turtle Van, right? Such a huge blunder for me to let them bring back their Kitsune. I'm sorry, folks, but I guess it wouldn't have been much better for me if they bring back General Trag or Donatello. Oh, so brutal. I think concretely it's still best to just do this because I assume they're going to gain control of my Kitsune. So they're going to make 3 blocks, and then they're going to put the counters. They're going to sack their rats and bring back Kitsune. Oh, they don't want to? Did I get something wrong about how this works? Why wouldn't you block Kitsune first? Now, this I don't understand. Why wouldn't you block my Kitsune? Hold on, what's happening here? What's happening? Now I'm really confused. I see. So now they can bring back their Kitsune and start exchanging control. My brain seriously hurts. Why did they let me deal damage to them with Kitsune? That's really scary to me. Maybe they don't want to sack their Rat King? Is that possible? But I'm just going to gain control of this guy. What's going on here? Okay, you're going to sack your 3 rats, right? You're going to sack your rats, bring back your Kitsune, and exchange control of 2 creatures. Have they freaking galaxy brained this out where now they're going to get to gain control of something because of what's on the stack right now? So they get my purple dragon punks? No, they don't even. Oh, they don't have another creature. So why didn't they block my Kitsune? That's what's really confusing me. I thought I was completely lost there. My brain seriously hurts. This is some of the most mind-bending Magic I've ever played in my life. Okay, they're going to do this and draw a card. I'm just going to chump block Kitsune with purple dragon punks. April. Oh, my brain hurts. This is painful. This is painful, everyone. This is seriously hurting me in my mind. Okay, I think I just want to double block this Kitsune, to be honest. No, now they're just going to absolutely stack it up. Exiling General Trag, sure. And then you put another counter on your Kitsune. Pass to attackers. Okay, now the question is, do I actually... So what is there for 2 green here? Bring something back to the battlefield tapped. So my question is, do I actually just let them hit me with Kitsune? And then I actually have a lethal attack next turn. I think I do, right? I think I do. If they hit me with Kitsune, they get to trade 2 creatures. So they're going to take an untapped creature. Oh, they can trade like April for Kitsune and then sack a Kitsune, but that doesn't help them. If they trade April for Kitsune and sack my Kitsune, then I have 2 lethal attackers. So I think weirdly, counterintuitively, I actually just take this. They have no good exchange to make. And if I block, I don't have a lethal attack next turn. There's no lifelink trick that I'm aware of. There's a bite spell. I would lose to the bite spell. But next turn, I'm not attacking with Kitsune anyways. Yeah, I'll just take it. If you have the bite spell, GG. If you have the bite spell, you're a gamer and you got me. I mean, you're a gamer no matter what. You're playing everything Pizza, Brilliance Unleashed, Kitsune, Rat King, all in one deck. Are you going to exchange? That would be interesting. Interesting. What's that about? They wanted to exchange that? Oh, because it can't attack. Retro mutation. No way, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome. I see. It unbecomes a creature at the end of the turn or something. So I should have chump blocked with purple dragon punks. Why did this even have counters on it? I'm totally losing the plot. Okay, so I'm going to crew this up with Donatello, attack with the team, and then retro mutation their Kitsune. Retro mutation was such a good draw, by the way. Ridiculously good draw. All right, I'll do it like this. In with these three. Retro mutation, ridiculously good draw there. Absolutely bonkers draw. So pleased at that draw. I'm not understanding anything. If anyone understood this game, comment and let me know what the heck is going on. Because I'm so lost at this point. I have no clue what's happening. I have no clue what's happening. If you have another Brilliance Unleashed, I'm going to absolutely cry. Does machines? You get to return how many artifacts? What is going on? They're almost decked out. They have 6 cards left in their library, and they had to discard both cards. Now you get to return 2 artifacts, but you cannot play and also pop everything pizza. Can you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is so awesome. They actually can, can't they? Or I don't know if they've actually played a land. No, they haven't played a land because they just had does machines. So they can grab a land out of their deck if they even have one left from the everything pizza. And then they can gain some life, but they can't kill my Kitsune. I actually don't care about Buzzbots because... Oh no, can they deal 3 damage to me? No way! No way! They can deal 3 damage to me if they have a land. 1, 2. Oh man, this was an unreal game of Magic cards. Holy cow. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Wait. What did I miss? What did I miss? Couldn't they have played the land and popped the everything pizza targeting me? What am I getting wrong? That whole game made no sense. And why didn't they block my Kitsune and sack their rats? I don't understand anything. I want to have a half-hour interview with my opponent. Seriously, I need to make a podcast and talk to that person. That was one of the wildest games of Magic cards I've ever played in my life. My brain is fried at this point. I am speechless. Okay, on to the next one. We're somehow playing for a trophy. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but didn't they top deck does machines? Meaning they didn't play a land that turn, right? I think we could go back and you could go rewind. I'll watch the video later. But didn't they top deck does machines? So they didn't play a land. They had 6 lands untapped. They could play does machine. They could play the island, then tap the island and one of the green black lands. And then they had a white, a swamp, I believe, a mountain, and a green black land for a green, and then the other island for the blue. And that's 7 mana. And then they can target me with the everything pizza, and I'm at exactly 3 HP. So I thought I'd lost, but what did I miss? Maybe they actually had another card. Maybe they were holding does machines and I didn't realize it, and they had already played an island. So maybe they had already played their land drop somehow and they were 1 mana short. I guess that's my guess about what happened. Because there's no way for them to make a mistake there, because the land would be highlighted if they could play it, right? So they would have had to click through the highlighted land, which would be kind of odd. So yeah, I don't really know what happened. I don't really get it. Or maybe I'm somehow miscounting their basics, and maybe Arena Auto Tapper betrayed them and they only had they were like short 1 mana, but I don't actually think that happened. I think I counted their lands. Anyways, no one will ever know what happened in that game. It's going to be a mystery for all time. Really hoping to find a land here. Thank you. Because then I can go land into Mouser. And then actually next turn, I can play General Trag. So maybe rather than Mouser, I actually want to play the Omni Cheese Pizza. I would love to find another land. Okay, yeah, so getting 2 draws seems like a good idea. Nobody picking up Omni Cheese Pizza is so sweet. That's Magic the way I like to play Magic. All right, Primordial Pachyderm, thank you for playing an awesome target for General Trag. This guy does 4 damage, right? Just making sure. And I keep an Omni Cheese Pizza to bounce off of the nobody. Oh, my deck kind of worked out. I feel like giving up on... I feel like it was so messy with like Teamer, green, blue, red, whatever. But I'm pretty proud of how I navigated it. I think that was about right. Okay, what? Oh, this is like an unreal card, right? Hexproof. Straight up hexproof. And you can destroy an artifact that I control. So I literally cannot retro mutation it ever because it just has hexproof permanently. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I better play a bunch of blockers. That's a little discouraging. I don't get to attack with General Trag. I will bounce that and I will scry. Oh, no, but I can't target it. It's so sad. Well, I think Kitsune is good enough that I probably keep it on top, even though I can't play it. I am 2 lands away from playing it, though. Yeah, it's just good, right? It's a card on a level where I can wait for it. And then maybe I actually do play the Omni Cheese Pizza instead of the Mouser. I don't really want to get into double blocking Leatherhead. Maybe I do. Maybe I do, because they would need 2 bite spells. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and play that. I don't want to get hit with the Leatherhead. So basically the idea is I can block General Trag. If they have a bite spell, they can kill General Trag, but then they would need another bite spell to punish me for double blocking Leatherhead. So basically my plan is, by any means possible, kill Leatherhead. By any means possible. You don't have first strike or anything, right? You do get to... Oh, maybe I actually would rather double block, because if it tramples over, then they actually get to kill an artifact anyways. You know what? I'm actually going to triple block this Leatherhead, because one of my artifacts is going to die if I just block with General Trag. Like, they get a 2-for-1 anyways. If they have a bite spell here, which I think is highly likely, or a +2/+2 trick, you know, they basically need 2 pump spells or removal spells here on 3 lands with 1 non-green pip. So extremely possible that they have that, and then it's a total blowout. But now they do need... I'm putting it to them to have 2 different cards. Okay. All right. Good. So that's actually the same result as if I had just blocked with General Trag. Now, I hope they can't recur this. That would be the disaster. There is the 5-mana recursion. Okay, perfectly happy with this. So what I'm going to do is play Donatello. I do still have an artifact. So I'm going to play Donatello and try to draw a land. And if I do, nice, very good. Then I play it and play Omni Cheese Pizza. I'm kind of getting you know, well, I survived their Leatherhead. I'm kind of getting in some trouble in this draft, but or in this game specifically. Hopefully they don't play the 5-mana return something to your hand. Now I could just double block this. They didn't have a removal spell last time, so if they did have a removal spell, would they even have used it though? Nah, I think this is fine. Because I'm going to play Kitsune next turn, so what do I care if I take 5 damage? I'm going to give you a Mouser in exchange for your 5/5. Might as well leave them with a good Kitsune target, right? And I also have a removal spell if need be. Okay, Venus. Now, do I want to play Kitsune? I think so, right? I think so. The other option is I can't even go off with Ravenous Robots. So yeah, let's yoink that guy. Yeah. I don't have a way of tapping my Mouser first. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take that Venus, please. Actually, would I just rather have the Putrid Pals? Maybe, because Retro Mutation is better against Venus, and I don't really care about this turn's attack. Maybe I give them the purple Dragon Punks. That would be kind of funny. Nah, I think I want Venus. Venus is the bigger risk for me. That card is the bigger risk for me. It can go off. And then, honestly, I don't think I attack. Everyone has a duty as a blocker here. I know it seems very passive, but I don't think I'm supposed to attack here. If they have a bite spell, they're going to bite Putrid Pals into Kitsune. If they attack, I'm probably just going to block Putrid Pals with Venus, to be honest. I can activate Venus's ability. I just need a way of getting counters on stuff, which I don't have. But if I can like gain control of Putrid Pals, for example, I mean, honestly, if you attack with Putrid Palace, I'll probably just block with Venus. I would love to... Well, the bite spell's really good because they have multiple different Death Touchers. Okay, Rat King. Okay, now we know how Rat King works. Rat King can bring back Leatherhead. Okay, what did you do? Stomp by the foot. Okay, perfectly happy with that. So basically, they had to sacrifice... Well, they sacrificed my creature. But they had to sacrifice my creature to play Stomp by the Foot on their own Venus. That's how good Kitsune is. But it does activate their Rat King, so now they can start trying to bring back Leatherhead. But then I can try to gain control of their Leatherhead, right? Okay, so who has Death Touch? This guy has Death Touch, and this guy has Death Touch. So it's a dangerous world to be a Kitsune in. But I kind of still want to attack with Kitsune and then just Retro Mutation, whatever they block with. Is that a good turn? The other option is Ravenous Robots into Turtle Van. But then I don't have Retro Mutation up. Or I could just play the Turtle Van. Let's see. No, I can never gain control of Leatherhead, of course, because it has the hexproof counter. The issue with Rat King is, I mean, Rat King's so good. I really don't want them to ever get this Rat King off. Kind of just want a Retro Mutation Rat King main phase before they have the opportunity to send things to the graveyard. Okay, I think I will play Ravenous Robots because that's just a good setup for Turtle Van, but then I don't think I'll actually play the Turtle Van yet. I think the idea of them bringing cards back from the graveyard is a little bit too dangerous to me. Now, I could play this off of Purple Dragon Punks, but still 1 mana short. Then if I attack with Kitsune, I'm kind of priced into Retro Mutationing a Death Toucher, which I'd rather not do. I'd rather Retro Mutation the Rat King, but I'm going to let them untap. The way I get punished is if they have the uncommon Hexproof trick here to save their Rat King. But basically the idea is I'm hoping that they try to activate Disappear in a costly way for them, and then I will Retro Mutation their Rat King before the end step. Right, so their idea here is play the Slithering Cryptid, pop the token, pop the Mutagen token onto something, and then right now I'm going to attempt a Retro Mutation on Rat King. If it doesn't resolve, then I'm definitely punished. Okay, all right, it resolves. This guy loses his abilities. Now you have some random 3/4. Pretty happy with how that worked out. Courier of Comestibles. Okay, just don't find an everything pizza and start going off on me, please. Is it going to be an ice cream kitty? Oh, pizza face. That makes sense. Okay. All right, I really want my 4/6 that flickers stuff. That's what I want more than anything else. That is what I want more than absolutely any other card. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and play Turtle Van, get a 1/1. Basically, now we're just kind of biding our time until we draw like the Flying Donatello, the Flickering Creature. I'm not attacking Kitsune into a bunch of Death Touchers. I'm not too scared of this pizza face. Obviously, it's awesome value to rip it off of a Courier of Comestibles. All right, down it comes. Wow. So you're trying to activate Disappear. I don't see any Disappear abilities. Oh, you get to make a 3/3. Okay, I mean, they could also have a sneak ability, so I think it's worth just letting them have their 3/3. I don't care that much about a 3/3. All right. Oh boy, this has been a bit of a lengthy draft. Ugh, I'm hoping to like draw some good stuff soon, please. Still no attacks, I don't think, right? Can't really attack with anything, so no attacks end. I mean, I could attack with the null group if I get desperate, but I don't think I'm that desperate yet. They could always have the 4/3 bring something back from your graveyard. All right, just continuing to try to trigger their Disappear abilities, evidently. I don't have any more Omni Cheese pizzas to keep dirtling around with. I would love to get the 4/6 that flickers things. That would be my dream here. All right, so they're not towering everything up on this Slither Encrypted. Oh my goodness, please, 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 for real. I don't want to keep drawing lands. It's enough already. It's enough lands, actually. I actually have enough lands now. It actually turns out to be enough lands. Yeah, I mean, we had every chance to win this game by drawing fewer lands, but we didn't, and now we're way too far behind. Yeah, we needed to draw like a good card in the last 3 or 4 cards, or kind of any card. But I think this is the end of the line for us. I guess I will activate this guy off of the Ravenous Robots. That's not doing any blocking. Go to blocks, and then I will double block the Putrid Pals, I guess. Get rid of that guy. And then I can probably double block here pretty profitably and take 8. Youch. But yeah, I like these blocks. I like these blocks. Michelangelo is going to grow, and then Pizza Face is also going to grow. Oh, and you have some interaction. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, we kind of got flooded at the wrong moment. Our start was really good. Oh, Oroku Saki. Okay, it's just a sneak ability. And then you get another Pizza Face or whatever, and your Pizza Face goes off and gets you an extra 3/3. I guess losing Donatello here is bad because one of my outs would have been... Well, yeah, one of my outs would have been the card that flickers. But yeah, maybe they just play the Donatello. Now I have Raven. Now they just... maybe they kill the Turtle Van instead of the Donatello. Now it's still actually kind of an out because I can get the Omni Cheese Pizza and start flickering that and Donatello and getting a bunch of 1/1s on Ravenous Robots. And I have a trillion lands, so I could play cards after I draw a bunch. But I'm betting we just draw a land here and the next attack is basically lethal. How did I know? Okay, well, we used up all our luck in the previous game. I think this was a very winnable game if you flash back a few minutes, but you can't just draw like 4 or 5 lands in a row in a tight spot like that and expect to win. So their deck was assertive, and the Courier of Comestibles did a great job of finding them their biggest threat. But yeah, that was a super sweet draft. I still do not understand Game 3. Really feel like I got away with something. I feel like there were several moments where I could reasonably have lost, but we kind of won the unwinnable by ripping off a Kitsune. And yeah, Game 2 was also totally sweet, getting Don and Leo and just flickering everything, making it 8/9 Donatello. And yeah, that was totally awesome. So this was a really fun draft. Had a great experience, managed to take down some top 500 Mythic players, but wow, these queues are getting tough, and I'm definitely looking forward to maybe doing one more draft and then jumping over to a lot of Arena Direct prep. So until then, have tons of fun playing Magic, everyone. If you do want to follow along with me while I prep for the Arena Direct, do go ahead and click subscribe. And I solemnly pledge not to decrease your chances of winning a box. And in fact, I may even increase them. So as you have tons of fun playing Magic, just remember, don't be afraid to splash.